You know that feeling when you're doing a run and you get like 3/4 of the way through it, and then it sort of feels like you start to hit a wall and your muscles start cramping up and your chest starts hurting a lot when you're breathing. You just start feeling really tired and unmotivated. I sort of feel like that's where I'm at in this 31-day vlog stretch. Today is day 25, and yeah, I've just got like a week left. It's like 6 more days, and man, I just feel like I'm hitting that sort of stretch though, where it's just gotta really dig deep and keep going. It's so hard on the days when I have work and then trying to make one of these videos. For some reason, these are the hardest days for me to get through, which ironically, that's like 5 days of the week. But I don't know, some days it's just like, it's a lot harder than other days. Anyway, today I'm reading Proverbs 25. The verses that I was thinking about were verses 6 and 7. It says, "Do not put yourself forward in the king's presence or stand in the place of the great. For it is better to be told, 'Come up here,' than to be put lower in the presence of a noble." So these verses are kind of talking about pride and arrogance and privilege and just like this attitude where you think more highly of yourself than you ought to, or you think you're better or more important than you really are. It's pretty obvious why nobody likes an arrogant person. I mean, it just sort of rubs you the wrong way when you see someone acting like they can just do whatever they want without any consequences. Or like they're not living under any authority. And maybe that's sort of what I was trying to pull from these verses as I was thinking about them. Like, we are all people who live under authority. Sort of like that centurion in Matthew chapter 8. He says this in verse 9. "For I too am a man under authority, with soldiers under me. And I say to one, 'Go,' and he goes. And to another, 'Come,' and he comes. And to my servant, 'Do this,' and he does it." And so I guess just building off that, how often do I think of God as my king? Like the one who rules over the entire universe and my own life. Because when I start to consider that, I sort of realize that there's just no room for arrogance. Like, God is in authority over me and over everything. And there's nothing that happens in my life that is outside of his control. And so to think that anything I have came only by way of my own strength, that'd be a pretty big oversight. And just to like take it a little further, as a Christian, I know I didn't become a part of God's family or his kingdom by my own doing. My life was purchased by the blood of Jesus Christ. And my just standing before God it's all a gift of his love and grace. So there's just no room for arrogance.